Okay, what if you could completely reboot your personality? Seriously. In this explainer, we are diving into an absolutely fascinating framework that takes the language of modern tech to unlock some incredibly deep ancient wisdom. It's called the Homo Quranicus Operating System. So let's just start with that big question right there. Forget about the small tweaks, the minor habits for a second. What if you could do a full system wipe and install a brand new operating system for your personality, your mindset, your entire character? This isn't just a cool metaphor, it's the core idea we're going to unpack. Every system has a default setting. And for us humans, well, ours has a kind of bug. It's called Gaflet, which basically means heedlessness. Think of it like this. It's living life on autopilot. You're just running on old, outdated code that's been passed down from society, from our ancestors. It's that feeling of just going through the motions, where your day is run by habits you didn't even choose. This is our default setting, and it is definitely due for a major upgrade. All right, so if Gaflet is the old, buggy OS, what's the new version? Well, it's called Homo Quranicus. This isn't just a patch, it's a whole new character architecture, a complete system upgrade package that's been derived from the incredible wisdom found inside Surah Yasin. And look, this isn't just some vague philosophical concept. Homo Quranicus is laid out as a complete, holistic operating system. It's a design for a human being who is totally balanced, incredibly strong, and deeply aware. Exactly the kind of person who can navigate the chaos of our modern world with both integrity and a whole lot of compassion. So, how does this new OS actually work? What's under the hood? Well, like any solid piece of software, it's built on a few core principles. Let's break down the three fundamental pillars that give this entire system its power and its stability. The very first pillar is all about a dynamic balance between two powerful attributes, Aziz and Rahim. Aziz is that unshakable strength, that discipline and integrity. Think of it as the power to set firm, healthy boundaries. On the other side, you have Rahim. This is restorative compassion, empathy, and constructive communication. The ability to forgive, to repair, to connect. And the key here, the absolute crucial point, is that it's not about choosing one or the other. It's about integrating them both into one seamless system. Here's a brilliant way to picture how they work together. Think of Aziz, your power, as your system's firewall. It protects your personal boundaries, it enforces your discipline, it keeps the bad stuff out. But then you have Rahim, your compassion, and that's your system's recovery mode. It's what lets you fix errors, mend relationships, and handle mistakes with genuine empathy. See, power without compassion just becomes tyranny, and compassion without strength becomes weakness. You absolutely need both to be stable and effective. This quote just nails the whole concept perfectly. Build such a power that there is mercy within it, show such mercy that there is no weakness within it. Wow, that's a powerful piece of code to live by, right there. Okay, on to the second pillar. It turns out, it's not enough to just wake yourself up from that Gaflet state. This operating system actually requires you to become an active awakener. This is the responsibility of liton zera, which means to gently warn or awaken others. It's about seeing the autopilot modes in society, in the people around you, and helping them see it too, but without judgment, just with gentle awareness. And I absolutely love the metaphor they use here. You become a transmitter. In a world where basically everyone is running on default settings, you're the one who's manually managing your own awareness and broadcasting a wake-up frequency to others. You become this agent of positive change, not by being preachy, but just by being a living, breathing example of what it looks like to be conscious and aware. And that brings us to the third and final pillar, which is a really radical shift in focus. It's about anchoring your vision in hakikat, or ultimate truth, instead of chasing external results or trying to get the approval of the crowd. This means you have to detach from the herd mentality. You start measuring your success not by likes or popularity, but by your loyalty to your core principles. This is what gives the whole system its incredible resilience. This mindset is captured so well right here. Seek success not in numbers, but in loyalty. And it also gives you this really powerful strategy. If some people just aren't receptive to you, if those doors are closed, don't waste all your energy trying to force them open. Instead, just focus your attention on the open doors, on the people who are ready and willing to connect with you. So there you have it, the architecture, the three pillars. But the big question is, how do you actually install this new OS? Well, there's a practical, step-by-step, 7-day guide to update your entire system. This 7-day process is basically a structured installation guide for your mind. Each day builds logically on the last, targeting specific neural pathways to overwrite that old, buggy code. You start on day 1 by connecting to the source. Then you install the core modules of strength, Aziz, and compassion, Rahim. From there, you do a deep scan of your own Gaflet. You cleanse the legacy code of those old inherited beliefs. And finally, you step into your new role as a transmitter, sealing this new identity on day 7. So, after this 7-day reboot is all done, what new features, what new capabilities come with the Homo Quranicus version 1.0 operating system? What are the real, practical outcomes of all this? The results are pretty profound. You become a person who is grounded, disciplined, and compassionate. You're finally free from that autopilot of Gaflet. You're not limited by old programming anymore. You actually become an effective agent for positive influence in the world. And this new identity, it becomes a permanent part of who you are. This isn't some temporary motivational boost. It's a fundamental upgrade to your core system. So I'll leave you with this final question. This entire incredible process starts with one single conscious decision to change. So if you look at your own internal programming, your own mental software, what is the first piece of legacy code? That one limiting belief, that old inherited habit that you are ready to hit delete on today.